everybody, it's Coffee Morning with Carlos, where I talk about a game based upon top secret criteria whilst drinking my morning coffee until my cup is dry. And today we've got this rather charming hedgehog mug, which if I can not see, what I nearly did then was let go of the hedgehog mug and drop it on myself, which would have been a foolish move. Yeah. So we're going to do things a little bit differently today because today's game, Slay the Spire, is actually it's turn-based and it's a sort of deck-building game. And I didn't know that it necessarily lended itself to exciting and thrilling video chopped up into different bits and pieces. So I thought what we'll do is we'll just play it together. We're going to achieve that by clicking the play button. So the backstory to Slay the Spire is fairly straightforward. You start at the bottom, and you've got to get to the top and kill things and not die. There may be a story, but if there is, it hasn't really been very important up until this point. You can choose one of three characters, which you unlock. Ironclad's first. We've beaten the game with Ironclad. And when I say we, I mean I have. I have beaten the game with Ironclad. And also the Silent. Now, Ironclad is a sort of strength and armory tank kind of guy. The Silent is a poisons and daggery kind of guy. You can't see, but I'm doing a daggery motion. I can't dagger. Have it! Yeah, daggery kind of guy. And then there's this one, the Defect, which is he's like the magic user, I guess. He has these orbs and he likes to toss his orb about. I'm going to go with the Defect because I haven't beaten the game with the Defect yet, so let's give it a whirl. So here we are at the start. You'll see that we have a map here. This is the top of the first level, if you like, and this down here is the bottom where we are. And we will pick either one of these starting points, and then we will choose a path to follow up to the top. Regular enemy encounters, shops, mystery spaces, like elite enemies, and bonfires where we can do resting and upgrades, that kind of thing. And treasure chests are all things that we could come up against on our way from the bottom to the top. First thing though is you always talk to this whale looking guy with three eyes and a blowhole and two secondary blowholes. He looks a little bit like a recorder, you know. B-A-G spells bag. Talk. Okay, so choose one of four options to start off with. Obtain a random rare card, obtain a random common relic. Relics here and there, like your buffs kind of thing. Remove two cards at the cost of 7 max health, and lose your starting relic to obtain a random boss relic. Removing two cards in a deck building game might not sound optimal, but actually you want to try to keep the number of cards that you've got in your deck to a relatively small number, because that increases the chance that you are going to draw relevant cards each time. So I'm actually going to take this option, and I'm going to get rid of one regular attack and one regular defense. Because it doesn't increase or decrease my percentage chance of drawing one of those things. And they both are relevant, as we will shortly see. I think I'm going to take this route. And here's our first enemy. So in this particular version where we're playing this character, we can use these power orbs to have different abilities, and we can also do regular attacks, we can do regular sort of blocks, and we can use special skills. What we've got here is a jaw worm, and we also can see that he's about to attack us for 11 damage. Obviously, taking damage is not ideal. So what we'd like to do is either prevent all of it or mitigate as much as possible of it. So, play a card, game 5 block. That card goes to our discard pile. And once we've run out of cards from our draw pile over here, our discard pile just gets shuffled back into our draw pile again. Block again. Now, each of these orbs that we can see here, the defect can make different kinds of orbs. Got a lightning one, there's dark, there is ice, and there is focus, I think. Possibly, like I haven't played with this one very much. Now, each of these has a relevant ability. So it's got a passive and an evoke ability. Passive, in this case, for a lightning orb, says at the end of turn it will deal 3 damage to a random enemy, or we can evoke it if we have a card to do that, and that will deal 8 damage to a random enemy. I don't want to do that at the moment, because then I'll be left with no energy things. So my choice is either to get another 5 block and mitigate all this damage, or do 6 damage to this and we'll end up taking 1. I'm actually going to block all the damage to begin with while we see what's going to happen with this jaw worm. So at the end of turn we did 3 damage here. He attacks me for 11. I blocked 11 of it, and then my armor goes away, and it's now my turn. Okay, so we can channel a second lightning. This means I'll have 2 lightning orbs doing their thing each turn. So at the end of the turn I will do 6 damage, so 2 lots of 3. I can block for 5. You'll see that we can't actually block all of this damage this turn. So we are going to be taking 2 for sure. And then I'm going to whack him for 6, and then we're going to do another 6 damage as a result of our lightning. There we go. See, easy peasy. But we did take 2 damage. That's not ideal. Okay, so this turn he's going to be blocking and using a buff. He's not attacking us at all, so we don't need to spend resource points on defending. We will end up spending one of them because we don't have an alternative. We only had defense cards left. Okay, so we do another 6 damage there from our passives. He's going to go rah, and now his strength has gone up. So this time when he attacks, because he's got a +3 strength buff, he's going to do 14 damage, which is a lot. I'm going to... Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is we need to work out, can we kill him before this goes off? So, dual cast says, evoke your next orb twice. The evoke damage is 8, so that's going to do 16 damage, which isn't quite enough to kill him, despite the fact that he's only got 15 health, because he's got 6 armor. But we're going to do it anyway. So he takes 8, removing the armor +2, and then another 8, which puts him on 5. Now, we can use a strike power here to deal the remaining 6 damage, and then, so we kill him off without having to block any of that incoming attack. Get some rewards, and now we get to our deck building choices. Okay, so we've got 3 different ones to choose from. A card that gives us some block and lets us put a discarded card back into our hand. A card that sort of synergizes with itself, so it's Claw, deal 3 damage and increase the damage of all Claw cards by 2 for this combat. Or Chaos, channel 1 random orb. In the beginning, I'm going to go with this, channeling an orb, because we don't have very many ways of channeling orbs currently, and although we don't get to pick what orb we use, we still at least will be able to get some value out of it. So now we've gone up to 9 cards, whereas we were at 8. And then we can either fight another enemy or take a mystery square. If we take the mystery square, it locks us into this path, which actually gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles before we get the opportunity to heal. So that might not be ideal. So I'm going to take this path. Okay, so this time we've got 2 enemies. One that's about to put a negative status effect on me, and another one that's about to attack at 8. So, okay, so we definitely want to do some sort of blocking. Right, so I want to take 8, if we can possibly avoid it. I'm going to channel another lightning, and we're going to deal 6 damage here. Now, why did I choose not to do all of the damage, to 2 lots of strike damage to this creature, thereby avoiding its negative effect and just being able to concentrate on the spike slime? Choices, strategy. I mean, I happened to do the 6 damage to it anyway, so it paid off. That's what I was hoping was going to happen, but might not have done. Okay, so we've got here. So we've been slimed, which isn't ideal. This is a card that now sticks in my deck until such time as I spend 1 cost to remove it. Exhaust means it'll be removed completely from your deck for this fight. I'm going to channel another orb. So this one is going to give me an extra resource point each turn whilst I've got it. And if I can evoke it by getting it all the way around to here, as you use them, it sort of shunts everything along. It will give me 2 energy, which is nice. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is I'm going to whack him, and then I'm going to get rid of this slime because I don't need to defend, and I'm quite happy doing my 6 passive damage. There we go. So he licks us, and we've been debuffed. So this turn, cards that I play that give me block will give me a quarter less block. Now, if it were about to attack me, that would be potentially quite damaging. But because he's not, he or she, I'm going to assume a slime's gender, goodness, it's not something we particularly have to worry about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack him, and I'm going to whack him again. And then I can channel a lightning. Now, when I channel this lightning, it's going to evoke this lightning ball. That's going to deal 8 damage to this, and so therefore we're going to win the combat. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Pick up a focus potion here. So that's going to give us 2 more resource points when we drink the potion. And you can drink the potion at any point. I just realised that this arrow, if I can move my head, it's kind of giving me little devil horns. Okay, add a card to the deck. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. Whenever you play a power card, channel 1 lightning. That could be interesting. Deal 9 damage. Put the next card you play this turn on top of your draw pile. So if we look in our deck, how many power cards have we got? The answer is 0. So if I make the choice of playing Storm, I've got no way to actually back that up currently. yes, I am likely to be able to get power cards in the future, so this would be an investment into my deck for later on down the line, trying to make it stronger. Passive ability trigger is just adding a little bit of incremental damage each turn. And rebound is going to let us do some damage and guarantee a draw of a card next turn. I'm going to take the risk and go with Storm and hope we can get into some more power cards down the line. Alrighty then, we've got 2 nerds here. And the thing with these guys is, when you hit them the first time, they get 5 block. So although it says they've only got 10 and 11 health respectively, if I do 6 damage to this guy, he will actually still be on 9. So I can't just kill him off with strikes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bop 1. And then I'm going to make a block. So we're only looking at taking 9 damage at the moment. And then another block. So we're just looking at taking 4 damage. So we've done 3 damage here, which is good. He's going to attack me, and then he's going to attack me. I'll take 4 and go to 59. Pardon me. Okay. So let's kill this. So that just leaves us with the 7 damage on board. Play a block card again to mitigate a lot of the damage, and we're going to channel another lightning. Now what I should have done there was use dual cast, evoke to this damage, because the 8 damage would have killed it outright. So that was a mistake. Thinking and talking at the same time is not easy to do. So we've taken 2 unnecessary damage there. Okay, now no matter what we pick at this point, it doesn't matter because we're going to do enough passive damage to kill it off anyway. Okay, 10 gold, block potion, and we have 2 attacks and a turbo, so we don't have a power card, unfortunately. Deal 3 damage and apply 1 vulnerable, which makes creatures take more damage from subsequent attacks. Gain 2 resource points and add a void into your discard pile. And Streamline, deal 15 damage, reduce this card's cost by 1 this combat. That might be useful. Bit of boosting to damage. We're going to the shop. Here's the shopkeeper. He says hello, and then we look around here to see what cards we might want to add, relics we might want to add, or potions that we might want to buy. Like I said, I'm particularly looking at getting powers if possible, and unfortunately there doesn't look like there's a whole lot else. What we could do though is use the card removal service. Remember I said that it was a good idea to try and keep the number of cards in your deck as low as possible. Of course, if we remove a significant number of cards, then we will be more likely to draw into more damaging, more powerful cards like Streamline, for example. The first time we use that, it's not great, but subsequent times, because the cost is reduced, it's obviously significantly more beneficial. So I think I might get rid of a strike. There we go. Now we have 67 coins left. I'll buy an attack potion. So this attack potion means it's going to add a random attack to my hand. That I get to pick, one of 3 options. And that attack costs nothing. So you can usually get a decent effect off it. Okay, we've got 12 damage coming our way. We can certainly block a good chunk of that, and then we can deal 6 damage to a creature. I could gain some focus. I could use some extra block, or I can add a random attack. I'm not going to do any of that this turn. Let's see what happens. Well, we know what's going to happen because it tells us what's going to happen in advance. Okay, deal 15 damage, says Streamline. Okay, says me. Now, you'll notice that the attack value of this creature went up then. It went from 6 to 9 because the other creature, which is exactly the same as this one, apart from in hit points, had an ability which says it applies 2 vulnerable to me when it dies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink my block potion. So now it doesn't matter about the damage that it might that it will do to me this turn because we're going to block all of it. I'm going to add in another lightning orb, do our 6 damage, and it can attack, but it achieves nothing. Okay, now I'm still vulnerable, but it's not attacking this turn, so that's fine. Right, so how much we know we're going to do 6, so we can go 6, 12, and then we'll do 6 here, and we win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Still didn't get any powers. Evoke your next orb, channel the orb that was just evoked, that's pretty useful. Or channel 1 frost, draw 1 card, that's also useful. Frost gives us block. So I'm going to grab that. Okay. It is a rest point. We can either rest to give ourselves some healing, or we can upgrade a card in our deck. Now, upgrading the card does pretty much what it says on the tin. It changes some value of the card. So in this instance, it's changing it from costing 1 to costing 0 resource. Chaos will now channel 2 random orbs, which I particularly like. Streamline does more damage. And you'll notice that they would go from sort of this regular text here to this exciting green colour. Yes, I'm going to go with Chaos. So now I get 2 random orbs and Devil Horns again. Okay, Mystery Space. So this could be anything. It could be a battle, or it could be 3 different treats dangling from the ceiling. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. Now, upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There is a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? Add the banana and a heal 22 health. Only up to max, so we would heal 13. Donut, increase max health by 5, but it wouldn't change our existing current total health points. Or get cursed with regret and obtain a relic. I particularly dislike the relic. The regret curse, which makes you lose health for every card in your hand. If you can't dump your hand effectively, then that can be a real problem at the end of each turn. I think I'm going to get the max health buff. Not just because I like donuts. Okay, 2 more guys. Slightly stronger enemies now. Doing 20 damage total. Holy moly. So let's see what we've got here. Right, let's channel 2 random orbs. So we've got a block orb, which is going to give us 2 block. Or frost orb is going to give us 2 block. And a plasma. That's what I was talking about before. When I was talking about focus, I couldn't remember the word. Plasma gives us extra resource points. I'm going to channel another frost, so we're going to evoke our lightning orb, deal like damage. So we're going to get 2 block from this, 2 block from this, and defend for 5 block, giving us 9 block total, which still means that we get hurt quite badly, but considerably less. Also, I could take this focus potion, actually, and then that would increase the amount of block that... I may actually have just thrown my potion into the bin there. That wasn't ideal. Nothing to see. Yeah. Don't accidentally click discard on things. That's my advice to you as a player. Yeah, so taken a bunch of damage. Oh, goody. Right, so I think we need to get some... We're gonna... Gosh, I've made life really awkward for myself now. Let's get 10 block from dual casting. Okay. Then let's make a lightning. 10 block means that we're going to take 10, which would put us into 39. I feel like we need to start piling some damage onto these guys, though. Otherwise, we are just going to end up dead anyway. Okay. So we're down to 41. Yes. Okay, so we can... Right, okay. So we're going to channel another Frost. And as a result of evoking the Plasma Orb, we now have 2 additional energy. So we can do 15 damage to this guy. Now he's on 5. And we can strike him, put him on 0. We can channel a lightning. It's not important that we do that particularly, but it means that we can do 6 damage at the end of turn. Defend. And we've still got an energy left over to play this slime card to get rid of it from our deck. So he's causing us to gain less armor. We're going to channel 2 orbs now, which is going to evoke 2 of these. And then we can dual cast this for 8, 16 damage. Okay. So we didn't lose too... We didn't do too badly, even though I chucked away my focus potion. 6 damage, channel 1 frost. Evoke your next orb, channel the orb that was just evoked. I do like that, but I think we're going to grab some more block. Okay, let's go into this treasure chest. 80 gold, that's nice. Dark Zone Periapt. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max health by 6. I don't want to obtain any curses. Right, okay, so... question time. Take these 2 fights on and then heal up here, or heal up here, take this fight on, heal again, or heal up here, take this fight on, then try and fight this elite bad guy. Let's heal first. Okay, back up to 62. And let's do this fight before we choose what we're going to do. So if we can marmalise him without taking too much damage, that would be great. Gain 5 blocks. So we're going to 7, so we're going to block 6 of it. There's no way to gain any additional block, so I might as well just channel a lightning here. So we can do 6 passive damage to him. There we go, now he attacks us. Well, that hurt. This time he's going to do 8 damage. If we use Chaos, we can get 10 block. Nice. And then if we Cold Snap, we can do 6 damage to him. And channel another Frost, and then a further 8. And let's just play this. We don't need to generate any more block. There we go. Right, this time he's going to do 12 damage to us. So Chaos again is ideal here. We have 5 block. That'll be 7. That's now 12 block, so we don't need to worry about that. So we can bop him. And then any attack, really. Oh, yeah. 3 damage. Make our enemies weak. Add a card to your deck. Seek. Okay, so these gold bannered ones are rare. Put one card from your draw pile into your hand. Pretty good. You only get to do it once, though. Charge battery, gain 7 block. Next turn, gain 1 resource point. And then this go for the eyes here. Deal 3 damage. If the enemy intends to attack, apply 1 weak. I'm going to take this because this seems like it would be super useful. So we've got 56 health left. It's a bit of a risk taking on this elite monster, but the rewards are worth it if we can not die. Isn't that always the way? Okay, so this guy isn't going to wake up until we start attacking him, or attacking him significantly, actually, I think. So we'll channel this, and then hopefully this doesn't wake him up, because he hasn't actually taken any damage yet. So I guess we do that. Oh, it woke him up because of our passive electricity. Oops. Right, now he wants to do 18 damage to us. That's really bad. This is not what I wanted at all. Right, drink the potion. These are all the different attacks I can do. Damage, apply 1 lock on. It gets more damage from orbs. 50% more, so it's going to be, he will take 9 instead of 6. That's not really very exciting, is it? Okay, let's do this. So cold snap, deal 6 damage, gain 1 frost. That's 4 block we've got there. If we go cool headed, do another 8 damage, now we have 6 block. Chaos, that'll give us 10 block. So we'll get another 2, that'll be 12. And then we can defend. Okay, so we're only taking 1. I don't want to do this because I've got no power with which to use it. So there we go. He's going to chop me. I'll go to 55. Look, he's trying to do 18 damage again, the swine. Let's chaos it up. Okay, this is good. So we've got 2 free energy resource points. I'm going to take this opportunity to whack him for 15. Okay, we have 5 block. I think we should seek a block card. 5 block. 6. Yeah, okay. Whoop. There we go. Now I'll cold snap him again. Do another 8 damage. And then we can strike him, we might as well. So this time we're going to take 8. Unless we make him a bit weaker. And I'm going to do that. So now he's only doing 13 damage. Which equates to 1. Alrighty. Dark ones deal damage only when they're evoked. But it's going to do 12, which is good. There we go. Channel lightning. 6 damage there. I'm doing another 8 damage. And then hit him. So he's on 11 now. Or rather, actually he's on 8. This time he's going to do 13 damage. Hopefully, we can cold snap and cool headed, and then evoke that. There we go. At first he was alive, but now he's dead. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Seems decent. Okay, Blizzard deals damage equal to 2 times the number of frost channeled this combat to all enemies. Huh. We have got a fair amount of frost. Streamline, it's good, but we've already got one. I'm going to take this blizzard. Okay. More fighting. Loads of little guys. Okay. Ideally, what we want to be able to do is get rid of at least one of these this turn. So if we go looking for our I'm going to grab that. Okay, I'm going to streamline away a sneaky gremlin. And then I'm going to chaos up, which I know is a bit random, but hopefully it will be worth it. I'm going to take 13 here, 31, but we need some way of dealing with this quite quickly. Okay. So we want to kill this guy. Alright. Channel of Frost. Deal 4 damage. Hey, right, okay. We got a bit lucky there, but sometimes you just have to embrace the good fortune. Strike on the Gremlin Wizard. And then... well, it's not really worth dual casting this, is it? To be honest. So we'll block the 4 damage that he's going to do. And he's going to do a big attack now. 25 damage! Oh my good god. Now. Okay. We don't actually have a way of attacking him directly. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, we're just going to take a load of damage. At least we could put 19 block up. So we're just taking 10, I believe. 31. Yeah, not drawing a strike there where we needed one was real bad. Streamline him away, and he's dead, and that's good. Channel 1 Frost for each enemy in combat. Could have done with that 5 minutes ago. Well, 30 seconds ago. Well, I don't know if I want any of these cards. Right, one more fight until the next rest zone. These guys are looking to hurt me. Okay. We've got 2 do-nothing cards in our hand, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, I'm going to defend here, and then I'm going to leave my lightning around. There we go. Ouch. Down to 23. And then he's going to make me weaker, which is sad. All told, very sad. Okay. Channel of Lightning. Defend. Have we got any 0-cost cards? I don't think so. So we'll just do that. I'm going to take another 4. Ouch. He's bigger. So he's becoming a threat now. Yeah, because you see he'll attack for 9. Okay, well, we're just going to rid ourselves of this troublesome louse. And channel some orbs. Alrighty. So now he's bigger and he's bigger, but hopefully we should be able to get rid of these guys fairly easily. Oh, that's bad. Right, okay. Strike. Let's just... Right, I just want you to be gone. Then dual cast. Right, is there any cards worth having? Gain 1 block. Permanently increase this card's block by 2. Huh. So this sort of staggers over combats. I'll channel a dark for us. Start to trigger the passive ability of your next door. I guess we'll take a loop. Okay, we really need to get some health going here. Toke, that sounds like a reference to drugs. Proceed. And then we'll fight this boss. Alrighty. Time for chaos. Whoa, 3 lightnings. That'll do. Okay. What do I want to channel off? Or do I want to just seek? I'm going to storm here, I think, and then I'll play this. Channel a lightning. That all works out fairly well. So we've done 17 damage to it. It's not an awful lot. It, in response, wants to do 24 damage back at me. I am... Right, so we're going to block twice, first of all. So let's take 14. And it'll be 12 damage if I do this. Yeah. There we go. So, ouch. Okay, now he's only looking at doing 6. We only need to find 1 block a turn. So I think we just streamline and then block. Do 2, 6 and gain 1, 2. Put some burn on me, which is not ideal. Blizzard. Okay. Cool-headed. And cold snap. Okay, so we can get 2, 4, 6. And that's going to be 11. So that blocks all his damage. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's streamline again. Channel a couple of orbs. Alrighty. And yeah, I reckon we'll do that. There we go. No, 17 block this turn. That's loads. Okay, so he's not looking to do any damage at us this time. So we can just go ahead and whack him. There we go. Already got him below half health. Okay, this time he's going to do 14. So do 10 damage. Cold snap. And cool-headed. Okay, so we can get 14 block actually by dual casting this. There we go. It's alright. 8 this time. Streamline. Cost 0 now, that's excellent. Defend. Okay. So, I believe he gets to do a big attack now. Yep. 24 again. So we could do with finding some block from somewhere. Well, we've mitigated half of it. There we go. Slightly less than half because I'm going to take 2. We're down to 14. Uh-oh, burn plus has gone into the deck. That's not good. Oh, wow, we take 8. And he's going to do 8 damage. Right, we need to find answers right now. 14 damage. Okay. And defend. Oh dear. We don't quite die just yet. Okay, he's going to do 14 damage to us. But at least we don't have any burn. So we can do this because it costs 0. This will do 8 damage to him. Twice. 16. Cold Snap does 6 damage. Nice. And that is level 1. It's okay that we've scraped through, because once you get to the end of a world, a level, you heal back up to full health. Steroid potion. And we get a rare card too. Evoke your next orb X times. Deal 7 damage to a random enemy for each lightning channel this combat. I like the extra card draw. I like multicast evoking. Either one of these is fine. Let's take multicast. Proceed. Get a boss chest. Open it up. Choose a relic. Cracked core. So if you end your turn with any empty orb slots, channel 1 frost. So we wouldn't start with 1 lightning each time, but we would get 1 frost if we've got any spaces. Seems better. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 health points when you enter a rest site. Or ectoplasm, gain a resource at the start of each turn. You no longer get... I'm going to do this. Why not? Proceed. And then Act 2. And then there's Act 3. And then if you get through all 3 acts, your score, you accrue score as you go along. And then you do your score in damage to this big beating heart thing that's at the top of the spire. And, I don't know, eventually I guess we'll slay it. Anyway, it's good. You get to build decks, which I like. You get to kill stuff, which I like. You get to rub your eye, which I'm not, like, a huge fan of. But, I mean, I suppose I am compared to the alternative of not rubbing it. Jeez. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's not an absolute fortune. It is a good mental exercise. There's maths, and there's reading comprehension. You know, so it's basically, you know, you can get your mum to buy it for you for sure. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. I mean, according to Steam, I've played 43 hours. Not today, obviously, but yeah. And I certainly have been enjoying myself. There's a lot of there's a daily run, like so you go on a leaderboard against everyone else playing Slay the Spire, and yeah, that's good fun too. It's just a good game. It's currently in early access, as you can see in the top right hand corner of your screen. It says early access, but it is actively being worked on, and when it hits full release, I think it's going to be an absolute cracker. So yeah, this has been Carlos Morale playing Slay the Spire, and I've been drinking this coffee, which is now all gone. This has been my charming hedgehog, which could be a raccoon. It looks like he's got a little mask on. Is he a robber? Possibly. And thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.